I did, then hurting you would be my only regret. And I'm trying to do the right thing for once in my life. I know right now it's hard to see. I loved you once, but I run out of fight. I got nothing there, none left for you and me. So down another beer, boy, down another beer. Sit around and suffer through another wasted year. Life never takes you where you had in mind. Sometimes you're riding shotgun. Sometimes you're flying blind. Thank you so much. We are Courtney and Snooks. We're very happy to be filling in for the wonderful Nancy Bates, who is unfortunately unwell this evening. So hopefully we can fill her shoes. Could I just get a little more vocal in the fallback? And also my guitar's taking off on certain frequencies. So that song was about my my ex-husband. And I've got plenty more depressing, horrible songs, but this next one's not one of those. This one's a love song. I don't do those very often. Sorry. I think it's time I changed my strings.
We'll just blame it on the weather, friends. That's what it is. It's not the old strings, it's the weather.
I always wanted drama. I was seeking danger. I wasn't scared to fall, 'cause I was never living high. first thing every morning, the end to all my evenings. I've got more than I'll share of obstacles and hard times. But I hope when we are older, our hearts do not grow colder. You'll still choose to sit right down by my side. 'Cause what we have is simple. What we have is true. Nothing could be easier than loving you. You made your choices and I made mine. Things don't always work out the way you had in mind. I don't regret a single mistake. You let me hear. Now I'm wide awake. 'Cause what we have is simple. What we have is true. Nothing could be easier than loving you. Nothing could be easier than loving you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, friend. Thank you, Tom, in the engine room, doing a wonderful job.
For sure.
2 hours sleep and a mountain bike ride today, and he's looking fresh. So we're primarily doing songs. Primarily, it's not really rock and roll, is it? But anyway, we're mainly doing songs from Courtney's catalogue of hits.
Lacey thinks he's funny.
So
Silver Strands.
this one's a song called Silver Strands. It's a brand newie. It's about grey hair.
Among other things. Yeah, he's just jealous because he doesn't have hair to go grey. Silver strands upon my head, I wear them like a crown. thank you so much. Who wants to hear Snook sing a song?
This is a
Who said that?
what is it?
Golden tonsils.
It's funny.
Not sweet
I met
lips
these,
like
We did a gig in Penola recently, a festival in Penola. It was called the Folk Gathering. It's one of my favourite gigs. The people are really cool and they don't give two F's about anything, about just drinking wine and telling yarns and stuff. It's really cool, and no egos down there at the folk scene. Penola, let me tell you that. No frills indeed. But these two local ladies took a shining to me.
Did they ever?
And they was... I told them then, I said, girls, I wouldn't be man enough to deal with you two, Sheilas, because they were hard as nails. And when I first saw them, I heard one whisper to the other one. They actually were in a band that did a little duo together. She goes, there's that fucking harmonica player. That's what she said. There's that fucking harmonica player. Fucking Sweet Lips.
The whole weekend, every time we'd walk anywhere, oh, hello, Sweet Lips. Classic.
She got really excited when I told her about the tongue flutters. It's when you run your tongue. You know that. And I had no idea what she was thinking, but she was thinking. She said, oh, fucking Sweet Lips. But seriously, you know, I come from the western suburbs and I consider myself a bit of a alpha cat, you know, but you'd need to be like 10 foot tall and full of muscles to deal with those Sheilas, I tell you. I'm too much of a pussy for that. But I'll work on it. Anyhow, this is a George Jones song. We call this song She Thinks I've Got Hair, but it's really called She Thinks I Still Care. A country song, it is. 1, 2, ooh, ah, ooh. Just because I asked a friend about her, just because I spoke her name somewhere, because I rang her number by mistake today. She thinks I still care. Just because I haunt the same old places where the memories of her linger everywhere. Because I'm not the happy guy I used to be. She thinks I still care. If she's happy thinking I still need her, let that silly notion bring her cheer. Oh, how could she ever be so foolish? Oh, where would she get such an idea? Just because I asked a friend about her. Just because I spoke her name somewhere. Because I saw her, then went all to pieces. She thinks I still care. Just because I asked a friend about her, just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I saw her, that went all to pieces. She thinks I still care. She thinks I still
Give it up for Snooks.
One for the great No-Show Jones, George the Possum. It's the weather.
Just blame the weather. I think it's this new tuna. What's your friend's name?
Our good friends out of Abington, ladies and gentlemen. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it? Abingdon. Abingdon. Is that somewhere in New Zealand or something? Or is it? It's a street. Coolangatta? Oh. Oh, the Gabba. Okay. I haven't been there, but I'm sure I'm going to get there one day. It must be a teeming place, is it? Or the cricket ground, right. Excuse my ignorance. I know where Albert Oval is. And I know where Albert Oval is, and I know who Russell Eve is. Actually, my team are playing at the moment. That doesn't surprise me. Thanks, I'll have a good gig now. I'll get on the phone to Brian Cunningham and... Alrighty.
Are we talking football or are we playing music?
Music.
I'm going to play a song. I haven't played this for ages, actually. Have you looked at the set list, Snakes?
No.
Okay. We did just get roped in last minute, so forgive our unpreparedness. Is that a word? This is The Wounded Bird. This wing is not broken. I'm just tired of flying high, leaving words unspoken. You may see that heaviness that falls around my eyes, but I am done. I had enough of wearing a disguise. Oh, I am not a wounded bird. Oh, I am not a China doll. I won't break in your hand. Just because I'm lying low don't mean I'm stuck in quicksand. Oh, you may catch that sideways glance I give when I'm afraid. I don't choose to live my life behind bars. is to show to you some vulnerability, but you can be sure I am at ease in my own company. Oh, I am not a wounded bird. No, I am not a wounded Thank you so much.
This is our second cover of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, from our next door neighbour, the one and only Donnie Morrison.
The crowd goes wild.
Donnie did a sold-out show here at the with his sons in the band, Jack and Eddie. The other week, it's called Don Morrison's Raging Thirst. They played here Easter Sunday. It's every Easter Donnie Morrison plays here with the Raging Thirst. This one's a song called. It's off of Donnie's. Once again, off of his catalogue of greatest hits. And this one's called Grand Junction Road. For the locals, if you know where Grand Junction Road is, you know what I'm talking about. The song is called Grand Junction Road, and it specifically talks about the creatures and the villains that live in the reside in the suburb that we live in, down Port Adelaide way. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Courtney does a cracking version of this song. It's called Grand Junction Road. Hope you enjoy it, friends.
Runs alongside the city, past all the things they don't want you to see. And it goes to all the places that you don't want to be. The home of the hive is shut, the clapped out Commodore. The smoke's hanging out the window, and one eye out for the law. There's no prestigious location, no desirable postcode. There's nothing up and coming on Grand Junction Road. At the IGA near Addison Road, they do their best to keep it clean, well stocked in straight rows. But in the car park, there's a deal going down between young men so far gone they're barely human. And on the corner, there's a girl so stoned she can hardly stand, when just a mile or two down the road she could be kicking her heels driving down Grand Junction Road. Grand Junction
My father worked in a factory there. Yeah, just down from the prison. It was sometimes 6 days a week, but most often 7. Yeah, I wonder what he thought about all those years he drove. First thing every morning down bloody Grand Junction Road.
Grand Junction Road. Grand Junction Road. Go and check out Don Morrison. If you like that song, he writes absolute killer songs. So go and check him out.
The great Donnie Morrison, friends. Truly is our next door neighbour, a stone throw away, just right across. We hear him play guitar most days of the week. And
He
I remember-
makes guitars too. He makes guitars out of recycled iron.
Yes,
Donmo guitars. So he's a very talented man.
very good. And I remember first hearing that song. He said, "I've got this song." He had Kensington Road already, and
He's got a whole album of road songs, I think.
he had another one of my favourite songs because if you're in the rock and roll business, you've been in a car driving across the Hay Plain, to Sydney and Melbourne and all that kind of stuff. 5 men farting, burping, and you just get sick of it. Yeah, it's real funny, you fuckhead. But it's kind of like that, and you love him, but it just wears thin. And he's got this song called 5 Men in a Car, and that resonates with me. Oh, 5 men in a car.
Favorite one of mine is one of his called "My Boss Is an Idiot."
And his boss is too. And he's got this song about the rat plague of '66, and that's one of my favourites because he talks about how he steals his sisters, because the Morrison family, I was the long lost brother of the Morrison family because I played with both his brothers Matthew and Brian in bands over the years in Sydney and in Adelaide. But anyway, they're a big family, and he had sisters, and he talks about how he stole his sister's pram and took the wheels off it to make this chariot and catch all these rats the size of rabbits to pull this chariot, this steed. They're like steeds. And I thought, man, that is the greatest song ever. I love that song. The Rat Plague of '66. But I heard him do that song, and as funny as Don can be, he can be incredibly vulnerable in his wordsmith ways of song.
He has a way of being sad and funny at the same time, and it's very rare to find that in a song.
And I was listening to people when Courtney was doing a fantastic version of Donnie Morrison's song there, Grand Junction Road, how people were laughing at something. When I first heard it, I actually cried. It was so close to home. It's like, it really did. And I know there's funny parts of the IGA and, Men So Far Gone, the cover, and so many times I've gone in there and someone's asked for money and they're just, drugs and all that kind of stuff, and it's just hard times for many people. But it just resonated, and I just cried my eyes out. I thought, fuck, that's a great song. Really is. And when you think about just a mile or two down the road, she could be kicking her heels off at the sand because the beach is literally beautiful beach up the road, and it's a very strong song. Anyway, I'll leave you alone. What are we doing? This one's a song about her dad, Johnny Robb. Good bloke.
You were always there, never overbearing. And I knew if I needed you, all I had to do was call. You are never scared, at least you never let it show. And I never ever saw you cry, even when my mama died. And you always had the answer. If you didn't know for sure, sure as hell convinced me otherwise. Now I'm full of questions. Wish that I had thought to ask. I wasn't ready yet to say goodbye. My curls, my gray eyes, my short temper, my inability to compromise my skin, my affinity for wine, the fact that I don't like to lose. These are the things I got from you. Always made me feel like I could do anything, and I'm more like you than I ever realized before. I remember well helping you out in the yard, and you taught me how to drive a car, and you bought me my first guitar. And you always had the answer. And if you didn't know for sure, you sure as hell convinced me otherwise. Now I'm full of questions. I wish that I had thought to ask. I wasn't ready yet to say goodbye. My curls, my gray eyes, my short temper, my inability to compromise my skin, my affinity for wine, the fact that I don't like to lose. These are the things I got from you. 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 These are the things I got from you.
Thank you so much. I think that's all we have time for. We might have time for one more. if that's okay. If you don't mind having a shorter break between. Well, thanks so much for coming out on a rainy Friday night. You're in for a treat with the next act. They're wonderful. What are we doing? Yeah, let's do that.
So we're hoping to make a record this year. Courtney's wrote a bunch of songs. This one is about 18 months old and hasn't been put down in the studio yet, but we'll get around to it. It's a cracking song, and I remember coming home from work one day and she said, I've written this song about depression. I said, I can relate to that. And she said the song was called The Wolf. And she said it's going to be like a gypsy song. I said, we haven't done any gypsy kind of music before. And she started playing it, and all I could have in my head was this kind of sound of, who's that cat that played with Django Reinhardt? Stefan Grappelli. And then I was hearing Edith Piaf and all these kind of people. Funky people. And we messed around with it a little bit in the lounge room, and this song came out called The Wolf. It's about depression. Black Dog. Word these days. I don't believe it is. I think it's
wolves at my door. Wolves at my door. I have diamonds and I have gold. I've got a lover to have and to hold, and I can hear the wind and I can feel the rain. I got blood pumping through my veins. And a wolf, he will chase me, but he will not bite. He sits by me all through the night. I have protection. I keep myself safe when that wolf's at my door. Wolves at my door. I've been living down in the dirt. I've been feeding creatures that hurt. The weeds are all dead and the grass is down low. And I'm waiting for flowers to grow.
Thank you so much for having us. We're Courtney and Snooks.
Courtney Robb, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around, don't go anywhere. Strap yourselves in. You're in for a treat. Grab yourself a drink, friends, at the refreshment stand. Of course, alcohol is good for your libido, fantastic for the elasticity of the skin. Marvelous for the confidence with the ladies.